Hello everyone, welcome back to Swathi's Kitchen Diaries. There are 100 ways of cooking egg curries, and that's beautiful. Today I'm showing the Telangana version. The main ingredient is tamarind juice. I use the spices and the whole spices, the tamarind, the chillies, and a whole lot of things that make it amazing dish to try out. It's tangy and spicy, and using whole spices like cinnamon, cloves, and a whole lot of things. Oh, you love it. So let's see. Guddu pulusu or anda salan is a yummy, tangy egg curry. I have taken a big lemon-sized tamarind, washed it, drained, and soaking it in fresh water and keeping it aside for later use. Next, I'm placing a pan on the stove, and I'm going to dry roast half teaspoon of fenugreek, 2 spoons of coriander seeds, and 1 spoon of cumin or jeera. Dry roast them on medium flame until they release the aroma. If you're visiting my channel for the first time, do consider subscribing it and hitting the notification button to stay in touch. Now switch off and transfer to a blender and grind to a fine powder. Keep aside for later use. Next, I have some hard-boiled eggs, and I'm going to prick each of them with a toothpick. Into the same pan, I'm adding 1 spoon of oil, turmeric and chili powder, and some salt just to season it. Combine all this together. Mind you guys, keep the flame low, and I'm adding the boiled eggs now and lightly frying them to have a crusty outer coat. Now remove to a plate once done. And keep them aside for later use. Now to another kadai, I'm taking 4 tablespoons of oil, and when it's sufficiently heated, I'm adding the whole spices, 1 bay leaf, 1 cinnamon stick, 2 cardamoms, 5 cloves, and once it turns aromatic, I'm adding 4 finely diced onions and saute until they become translucent. Next, I'm adding 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste and combining it. And adding salt to speed up the browning process. Adding 2 green chillies, which I've slit longitudinally. Continue the sauteing. We want the onions to get brown. Cover the lid and cook until the onions turn golden brown. Mind you guys, the browning of onions take patience, and we want the onions to melt into the gravy. So keep checking and stirring in between to ensure even browning. You can see that the onions are beginning to change color now. Continue to cook until you attain the perfect brown color, or the onions will be kacha pacha and won't give the desired result. So now you see the even browning has been achieved, and let's move into the next step. Now I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 heaped tablespoons of red chilli powder, salt to taste, and the finely ground spice powder, and combine all these together. I can always smell it. It's so yummy, guys. The smell of fenugreek and cumin, roasted cumin, are heavenly. Adding half glass of water here to facilitate the steaming. Mix it well and cook it covered for another 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, we can see that the onions have softened and absorbed the spiced flavors. Now gently mash for the gravy to have a good texture. And now I'm tossing in the fried eggs and giving it all a good mix. And now adding the tamarind extract, and cooking it in the tamarind juice, which gives a unique tanginess to the curry. Adding a little water here to facilitate the cooking. And a final check for the flavors at this point and make any adjustments if any needed. And a sprig of fresh curry leaves or curry patta, and a half teaspoon to 1 spoon of garam masala. That is based on your personal preference, because the spiciness comes from this garam masala. To cover lid and cook until oil separates now. Keep stirring in between. We don't want the curry to get burned from the lower portion. The bubbling is reduced now and the gravy has attained a beautiful texture. This is the perfect gravy consistency that we have been looking out for. And now finally garnishing it with fresh kothmir leaves, which are chopped fine, and cooking for another 1 minute for the flavors to get absorbed. We are done cooking, and now don't open the lid, keep it undisturbed for 5 minutes before serving. Enjoy the tasty egg curry with rotis, chapatis, or even steaming hot rice. This tangy and spicy curry is sure to win your hearts. Do give a like if you like the recipe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Happy cooking!